no, none of that matters.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it seems like nothing is.
It's Puff Daddy. If it was just Mike Johnson from county that makes $100,000 a year, we wouldn't even be talking about this. It's because of who it is. Don't act like politicians don't clout chase too.
Sean Diddy Combs, aka P. Diddy, had his last hearing in federal court before he has his trial. He pled not guilty on all charges, which are multiple charges for racketeering and sex trafficking.
So I'm just leaving federal court on a very rainy day of jury selection, day one for the Sean Combs trial. The judge is hoping to see about 40 jurors so that they can narrow it down. 18 is the magic number. They need 12 jurors and 6 alternates. Combs acknowledged that he was nervous, and legal experts that I spoke to said this is by far the most important part of this entire process, because his fate will be in the hands of those jurors. So something that stood out to me today is that the jurors were given a list of people and places, and the judge wanted to know how familiar they are with these places, with these people. And there were some celebrities that were mentioned in court. Michael B. Jordan, Michael Myers, Kanye West, Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child. It is unclear in what context this might actually come up in the trial, but I definitely thought it was interesting. The prospective jurors were asked questions about their view on law enforcement, psychiatry, psychologists, illegal drugs, even asked how they would feel about hearing testimony from someone who's experienced sexual assault. One thing this case does not lack is attention. You can see the media outside lining the streets, and that is what is making this really difficult when you think of jury selection. Both the defense and the prosecution have acknowledged that because Sean Combs is so well known, it might be a little difficult to find that perfect jury that they're looking for that can be fair and impartial.
Yeah, well, listen, I think he's going to get off. So let's say this. Let's say, look at this. Let's say if what Vlad said is real. Let's just work at those numbers. If Puff has to do 5 years and he takes that plea, he already has 1 year in the book.
Oh, man. True.
And so he might do another 2 more years and he get out of jail.
See, because 60 minutes ago, we're looking at this.
Which means that if the 2 years is why you think about it, like he's already did the time in jail. That's kind of what happened with Thug. It's like he's already been here 3 fucking years. Like, well, we're going to give him more years when we already held him. He's taking a plea. Let's let him go. And if he fucks up, we'll bring him back. I think Puff's going to get a crazy, crazy probation. I think he doesn't do any time except for the time he's doing now.
So what's happening right now in court, and I'm actually about to go back in, it won't wrap today until around 5 p.m. The judge actually said that this week the court will go from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. But when they start the opening arguments, they do want to, just be considerate of everybody's time. And they're trying to end everything around 3 p.m. going forward. I will say this judge is very personable. I haven't seen him. The video in the overflow room is not working, so we've only been able to hear audio. But just listening to him, he seems very young, very charismatic. I don't know, he has a lot of belief and hope in this justice system and fairness. He's giving jurors who basically think that they might be a little biased multiple times to explain why. It's like he's not trying to cancel anyone out, but he's also being fair on both sides. There was one point in me listening to some of the jurors where there was a woman who said that some of the evidence that she saw prior to speaking in the Cassie video, there's been about 3 or 4 jurors so far who admitted that they've either seen the video or saw stills from the video. But this one woman in particular wrote on a paper that because of the still image she saw from that video where there was a woman on the ground, Cassie, and a man standing over her, Diddy, that this evidence could be damning. The judge asked her multiple times to explain what damning meant and if she could make a fair decision as a juror because of that. Now, it was decided by, Diddy's attorneys that it was too distinctive. Like, how are you saying that this evidence is damning when you haven't even seen anything besides that, right? And then on the prosecutor side, of course, they argued, well, she said the word but, because she said, but he is innocent until proven guilty. So they were arguing back and forth, and the judge ultimately decided with Diddy's side to say, hey, I don't think that this woman should be a juror. So I think it's going to be a pretty fair case. I will say about this Cassie video, one of the things that caught me completely off guard was the fact that the prosecutors, as of now, are deciding, and it's raining out here, so my hair is going crazy. The prosecutors are deciding right now, as of right now, that the Cassie video will not be used. It has not been excluded by a judge officially, even though Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilio, said it as if it was excluded. He came on the record and mentioned, well, this woman is mentioning evidence that has been excluded. So then the prosecutor came back and said, no, it hasn't been excluded. We've just decided not to use it as of now. I thought that was insane because I know the prosecutors have argued so much to be able to use this video, but maybe it's just something that they keep it in a holster in case they need it. But I don't know. I thought that was such a big deal. The fact that as of right now it will not be used, but again, it can be entered at any time. What else? There's been so much happening. I think that honestly that was the biggest thing. I'll be back with more updates. So I got you. I'll be back with more updates, and actually a full breakdown will happen on the Ladies with Lauren LaRosa on the Breakfast Club, and of course on the podcast, the Ladies with Lauren LaRosa, wherever you get your podcast. I gotta go. My hair is already all over the place right now. It's raining, but I'm here. I'm not leaving until this is over, and we'll be here every day as much as we can, bringing y'all the latest. Thanks for tuning in.
Because literally, and you see this, they got it marked with the red letters. It's the same headlines as the baby oil.
But no, none of that matters.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it seems like nothing is.
It's Puff Daddy. If it was just Mike Johnson from fucking Gwinnett County that makes $100,000 a year, we wouldn't even be talking about this. It's because of who it is. Don't act like politicians don't clout chase too.
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm kind of like, is it me or is like they don't seem like they have like we reading the same stuff.
They clout chasing, bro. Everybody clout chasing.
Stuff was already covered in the $30 million he had to pay. Like
that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, dog. He's not dog. I promise you. In my opinion, I had to bet he gets off. He gets off. Like you can't hold a man for like he's in a, like Dave Chappelle said, he's in a RICO trial by himself. A RICO trial, the O in RICO stands for organization.
Gotcha.
He's the only person that's running the organization. What'd that tell you? They only want him because he's attractive. The name is. They don't want the wrongdoers. They want him.
They're still about to get someone else.
Diddy admitted that he was super nervous during his trial today, that he actually needed to step out and take a break. During jury selection, right after talking to a juror about the RICO charge and asking her if she had any problems with kidnapping, arson, and more, Diddy would then ask the judge for a bathroom break and told the judge that he was really nervous today. The judge at first denied Diddy's request, saying that it hasn't even been long enough. I'd at least like to get through 10 jurors before you want to take a bathroom break, but then he ended up letting Diddy have 2 minutes to use the bathroom. A lot of people don't focus on these little things, but how you act and even how you dress during your criminal trial does matter at the end of the day, because it gives the jury a perception about you. And when Diddy showed up for trial today, he showed up with reading glasses on. And yes, Diddy isn't young, but this whole entire time, Diddy has not worn glasses until the last court date and now during trial. I think he wants a certain perception about himself to be played to the jury. One thing that really shocked me, and it shows you how little the world actually is how many people could be connected to Diddy one way or another. We actually just found this out with one of the jurors who admitted that his wife deposed Diddy in the City College tragedy. And if you don't know what the City College tragedy is, it's basically when Diddy got his start. Him and Heavy D promoted this event and they oversold tickets, which would end up costing 9 people their lives. Now, there was never any criminal charges for this, but Diddy was deposed because he had multiple wrongful death lawsuits against him where he was found 50% responsible with Heavy D. Now, the judge asked this juror if his wife has ever expressed negative views about Diddy, and he replied yes. The judge said, "Did you tell your wife that you're on this case?" And the juror said no, but another juror who knows my wife saw me and told her. And this is exactly why jury selection is so important, because you think there would be no way that they would get a juror that somehow is connected to Diddy. But in this case, this is one of the cases that we are seeing that this juror could potentially somehow, through his wife, be connected to Diddy. And another juror that's going to sit in knows this juror and told his wife about it. The judge then asked for that juror to write the juror's name that told his wife about it on a post-it note and give it to him. The judge then asked, "Can you not talk about this case with your wife?" And the juror said yes. The judge said, "If you are chosen, I will order you not to speak with her about this case." In my opinion, I don't think that this juror is going to be chosen. I think that there is a big conflict in interest on that. I am not 100% sure because I am not a lawyer, but just the way I'm reading this, I don't think that this juror would be chosen in any way.